New York pizza is beyond special. It's truly one of the world's greatest culinary delights. Finding a slice in the Big Apple is as easy as stomping on a Goomba in Super Mario Bros. I've lived in New York City for 3 years now. Before that, I lived in Chicago for 6 years. So you could say I know a thing or two about pizza. What's good, bro? I'm Luis Gusto. In this video, I'd like to present my top 25 New York City pizzerias that I've personally been to. These are in no particular order, but before we get started, make sure you finesse that like button and subscribe to the page for more NYC lifestyle content just like this. Let's go ahead and kick things off with what might be my favorite New York City pizzeria, Lindistry. They've got 2 locations, one in Williamsburg and one in the West Village.
Fresh and hot out the oven.
Luis?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're on the sidewalk of Lindistry Pizza. They also have a street shack for indoor dining. Lindistry brings you pizza from Pistoia, Italy, and bridges the gap between Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and Pistoia, Italy. We got 4 slices today. We got a pepperoni, we got burrata, anchovy, and margarita. And this is a very busy place, so I'm not gonna dilly-dally. That is crispy. Look how thin that is. This is the anchovy pie. Not as many anchovies as I would have preferred. I've been wanting to try an anchovy pizza for a long time. This is definitely worth the wait. It's a little cold outside, not too bad. Pizza is phenomenal.
Nikki, this is for Nikki.
Oh, now I taste the anchovy. That was good. Loving that pizza. Wow, that's good.
I'm gonna try the burrata pizza first. Look how beautiful this is. Ooh. Those little sprinkles of Parmesan over the top. Whoa. This is some mind-blowing pizza. So busy in there. You kind of have to snake around. There's like a line that goes all the way in, all the way out, and then to the sidewalk. It's like a machine in there. They were cutting up fresh dough, assembling the pizzas, putting in one pie after another. I guess that's why they call it Lindistry. It's not even from our pizza,
I know this video is all about New York pizza, but we have to show some love to Detroit style pizza. I love the thickness, the chewiness of the dough, and the fact that it comes in a square. So many great things about Detroit pizza, and one of the greatest pizzerias in New York City serving it up is Ace's Pizza in Williamsburg. They also have a location at The Rock. With so many pizza options in the NYC, I really felt like we needed to go to the Motor City today, the home of the Detroit Tigers, M&M, and Detroit style pizza. We're back at Ace's Perfect Pizza in Williamsburg, the #1 spot for Detroit pizza in New York City. They also have a location in 30 Rock. They didn't have that the first time we came, but the video we made was so popular that Lorne Michaels himself opened up the doors at 30 Rock and said, Ace's Pizza, come on through. We want that Detroit style pie, bacon in our beautiful Art Deco tower. Today we got the pepperoni charred cups. We got a medium, so that's 6 little slices. We also got a nice 6-pack of chicken wings with the buffalo sauce. Comes with thinly sliced celery and carrots, along with a blue cheese. Let me get myself a nice slice of the Detroit pizza. A lot of pepperoni. It's a big collection. More pepperoni than there are rappers in D12. There we go. Look at that. Martin and Gina would love a pizza like this. Even Tommy, who don't have a job to afford a pizza, would like this.
Another, but wait till you swallowed it.
Super saucy pizza, thick and doughy, crispy on the bottom. Got a nice caramelized cheese on the outside, which is one of my favorite aspects about this pie. And the pepperoni is really great. Last time we were here, we got the Supreme. We also got one of their specials with hot honey. This time I was feeling something a little bit more traditional in the realm of pizza. I'm definitely feeling this pepperoni and the buffalo wing. Let me show you this. The super saucy chicken wing. Look at all that sauce. That's a classic buffalo sauce right there. Going with the pizza, it's an amazing combination. They also have a full bar, including natural wines. Check out that caramelization. Nice thick slice. Definitely need a handy wipe after this meal if you're gonna be handling a camera. It's one of the most fun styles of pizza to eat. And I love that when you order it, it comes out within like 10, 15 minutes, all sorts of options. And now they make grandma pies too, apparently. Just love the thick, deep pan, really cheesy. The mozzarella cheese is on point. Pepperoni good, lots of tomato sauce, super spiced. Hey, they weren't lying when they called it Ace's Perfect Pizza. Another thing is the pizza looks like it might be really heavy, like a belly bomb, but it's actually more light and airy than anything. Just very fluffy, like piece of a cloud with mozzarella cheese sauce and pepperoni. So good. A++. I love that caramelized cheese. I really love this one. Got 6 slices, 6 wings, let's go.
When I first tried Lucia in Brooklyn, it truly was a revelation. Then they opened up a second location in Soho, Manhattan, and I was beyond hooked. We rode 45 minutes on the Q train to get out to Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, so that we could stop at Lucia of Avenue X. We got some mozzarella sticks, some garlic knots, and of course, a couple of slices of their famous pizza, the Sicilian square with a lot of sauce, the basil, and we got the pepperoni with jalapeno, also with a lot of basil. Pepperoni, jalapeno with some basil on it, hot out the oven. Let's go. Impossibly thin pizza crust, nice and fat at the end, crispy, and I believe they put a little bit of hot honey on this as well, together with the spiciness of the jalapeno, the meaty saltiness of the pepperoni, and that tomato sauce. It's an incredible slice. It looked good, and that's why I ordered it. This is the one that I really loved when I saw it, the Sicilian slice, nice and pillowy thick. Almost like a deep dish pizza over here out in Brooklyn. The bottom layer is super crispy and thin. Above that, soft, pillowy, little chewy. So much sauce on top. The tomato flavor, very sharp, excellent. You could tell they use fresh ingredients here. Something about the square slices, they're really just coming out on top today. Wow. There's a 10 out of 10 slice for sure. I'm gonna try one of the garlic nuts. Mozzarella stick. Cheers. Not only are these slices delicious, beautiful to look at, but they smell incredible. When he brought everything out to the table, I was just like, wow, you could bottle this smell, sell it as a perfume at a local bodega. Well worth the trip out here to Sheepshead Bay.
I was just hoping and praying during the long drive over here that this was gonna be a good pizza, so let's go. Oh Oh, did not expect that. It has hot honey. Real good. It's like taking a bite of a Pillsbury. What did I say? Oh. If the Pillsbury Doughboy were a pizza, this would be it. It is just as fluffy as you would imagine poking the Pillsbury Doughboy's little belly.
Staten Island isn't necessarily world famous for a whole lot of things, but pizza is something that we can all agree they do incredibly well. Nona's Old Fashioned Pizzeria was one of the greatest pizzerias I've tried in New York.
We rode the Staten Island Railway all the way to the Great Kill Station so that we could try Nona's Old Fashioned Pizzeria. Every single pie looked magnificent, but since we're not done with our day, we could only grab a couple of slices. Famous Nona slice, as well as the deep dish pepperoni, you know, a little Chicago nostalgia. We also got some garlic knots. Everything was hot out the oven and super delicious. The crust, the cheese, the sauce, oh, so magnificent. And that garlic knot was like getting a right hook from Mike Tyson, except there's garlic all over his boxing glove. Shout out to Augie for that super friendly service. We felt right at home here. I would definitely come back here in a heartbeat.
Closer to where I live, Mano's Pizzeria in Ridgewood, Queens is incredible. You definitely have to try this one. All right, bro, y'all know that I literally cannot function unless I'm eating New York style pizza at least once a week. Keeping in Ridgewood, Queens, we hopped on over to Mano's Pizzeria. Not Manos, I was tempted to say Mano, but it's Mano's Pizzeria. You walk into this pizzeria and you think that it's an old school joint from maybe the 30s, 40s, or 50s, but actually they were established in 2021. It's the home of the 5-day fermented pizza dough. That's just mind-boggling. The big bang of pizza dough takes place right here at Mano's. I can't even fathom that many days to ferment a dough. After 2 or 3 days, I'm already eating it. Because this is our first time at Mano's, we had to get a nice sampling of what they have to offer. So we got 4 garlic knots with a beautiful red dipping sauce. And then we got 3 slices. Grandma slice, special mano pella slice. That is chicken cutlet, vodka sauce, shredded mozzarella, and a swirl of pesto. Woo! Are you kidding me? It's for real. And then their Minucci Sicilian, which is only made on the weekends. That's got Calabrian peppers, sausage, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, red sauce, and a dash of Mike's hot honey. Y'all know my feelings on hot honey on pizza. I was once a skeptic, but now I'm fully a believer. Without leaving the borough of Queens, we traveled from Japan all the way to Italy. So let's get into it before it gets too cold. Pretty standard for a grandma slice. Little dash of oregano, Parmesan cheese. Ooh. That's some bright, fruity tomato sauce. Excellent cheese. There's a good pizza dough. A razzle-dazzle amount of chewiness, just a hint of crunch. Let's go to the mano pella slice. This is the only traditional New York slice that we got. Nice dollop of pesto, chicken cutlet. Check out how thin this is. That's amazing. And then the crust at the edge gets nice and plump. Yo. This is delicious. Dang. I'm constantly amazed that we can go to all these pizzerias around New York and still try new things. Amazing, stupendous, phenomenal, out of this world combination. Pesto, chicken cutlet, vodka sauce, those 3 things alone, that's enough for a high-end dinner with some natural wine. But to put it on a pizza slice, man, you are just talking new levels of culinary greatness. The Minucci Sicilian, nice and thick like I like my pizza. I like my pizza like I like my women. Petite, yet thick. I already told y'all everything that's on this slice. It just looks so beautiful.
Lots of red, my favorite color, and my favorite food. Okay, amazing, seriously amazing. Absolutely perfect. Honestly, I can't ask for much more out of a pizzeria. To have all these amazing slices on tap, available, ready to serve to you. It's crunchy, it's fluffy, it's cheesy, meaty, saucy. Imagine everything great about pizza that you love, put it in this slice, the Minucci Sicilian. So good. And not to be anticlimactic, but we'll try the garlic knots. This little thing right here would dazzle even Wario. It's got so much garlic.
By the way, bro, if you are enjoying this video, make sure you finesse that like button and check out my brand new merch line, the Retro Consulate General. Our first drop is now live. We got a box fit t-shirt in a vintage white and vintage black, and we also have a relaxed fit hoodie, super soft, warm and comfortable, no drawstrings. Got the Retro Consulate General branding on the front and the back. I really appreciate your support, bro, and would love for you to be a part of this first wave. You can check them out directly below this video. Paulie G's is a small pizzeria chain that I tried for the first time in Chicago. So I was super hyped to try the slice shop located in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
And the first Brooklyn pizzeria up happens to be located in the Greenpoint neighborhood, Paulie G's Slice Shop. Now there are two Paulie G's in Brooklyn. This is our very first time at the Slice Shop in Greenpoint, so we wanted to make it special and get 3 slices. We got the Hellboy Squared, which is their signature slice. We got the Freddie Prinze Squared, and we got the Triangle Sausage. Cause I gotta see how this sausage compares to some of my favorite Italian sausages of all time. The slices came out nice and hot. It's a cool little space here where you can join your friends, family, or maybe even that special lady in your life for some pizza. And I am so hungry because this is the first pizzeria of the day, so I haven't really eaten much. Let's dig in. First up, we got the Hellboy with the spicy pepperoni, some hot honey, slow cooked tomato sauce, nice thick square piece. This Hellboy Squared is their signature slice. It's slow-cooked tomato sauce, a dusting of pecorino romano, fresh mozzarella cheese, ezzo pepperoni, and a dash of Mike's hot honey, all on this beautiful piece of square bread. It's like SpongeBob square pizza. This is a really thick and chewy square, so when you bite into it, there's plenty of food to bite off. The pepperoni are so good, a little bit charred. I'm not the biggest fan of hot honey on pizza, but it definitely works on this slice. The cheese and the tomato sauce, ooh, picture perfect. Matter of fact, we took some digital photos of these before we even started eating because we're trying to rack up that photo album with every slice around New York City. Put a little hot pepper. Love the hot pepper. This is essentially the Hellboy without the pepperoni and the honey, so you got the slow cooked tomato sauce, nice thick square pie, the sesame seed crust, and the fresh mozzarella. Let's go. Let me tell you, this sesame seed crust is really something special, and it's great to have the tomato sauce and the mozzarella just by themselves. I love pepperoni, but it's also nice to get a cheese slice to kind of let them shine individually. And finally, we got the sausage. These look like pepperoni, but they are Italian sausage, which I guess pepperoni is a sausage anyway. And in Italy, they don't really do pepperoni from what I hear. Let's try this sausage pizza from Paulie G's Slice Shop. So right off the bat, obviously this is a much thinner slice. It's not very crispy, it's actually pretty floppy, not a lot of crust. The sausage itself is pretty smoky, and the cheese and the sauce on here definitely taste much different from the square slices. But I like that. This is more of a traditional New York slice right here, just with the sausage instead of a pepperoni. On the underside, you see you got a nice char there, not a whole lot of crust. So you can eat most of this slice without having to feel guilty that you're throwing away the crust. Picking an early favorite, I gotta go with the Hellboy Square. The sausage one is cool. It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it either, so. Pizza's good pizza, right? Manja, manja.
Well, we got lucky when we got here because we didn't have to wait quite as long as the line that came after us. First, we're gonna go with the Hellboy. Have you seen this sesame crust? Whoa. It's dripping hot honey and maybe a little grease, but that's the good stuff. First thing I tasted was the spicy pepperoni, and then I got hit with the hot honey. So maybe that's the spicy, I don't know. The sauce is super flavorful. I love the square shape, and it's actually got like a fluffy kind of bread. Crust? Bread. I like bread, so. 10 out of 10 slice.
And what I really love about places like Paulie G's is that all the pizzas are on display behind the glass cases so you can really see what you want to order before you go up and order. Less pressure at the cash register.
Let's face facts, we got a lot of pizzerias in Brooklyn, from the old school mom and pop slice joints to the new school blending old world techniques with New York culture spots. Let's go ahead and start with Feeney Pizza.
We are now at Feeney's Pizza on Bedford. This is maybe the hottest pizza place in Brooklyn. We walked by the other day and I saw that it was jumping, and then it was recommended to us by a couple of different people. Loving the whole vibe. Try the sausage and fennel first. That is an elevated sausage slice right there. You already got fennel in Italian sausage, so to add extra on top of that really brings it together. I want to try the long hot shallot. Long green peppers on here and some shallots. I saw those ovens were on 600 degrees. Wow, that's hot. A little spicy. For the first part of the day, we were getting some traditional slices. Then we went, of course, with a couple of Detroit pan pizzas. And now at Feeney, we got New York style, but for the next year, 2023, future pizza we're talking here. Amazing flavors. These are the type of flavors you get from like a sit-down, fancy, upscale restaurant. So to get it on a New York slice, mamma mia.
Beautiful slice of pizza.
We're still working on this pizza. Really enjoying that pizza experience. But you know what? They also are known for this really cool little dessert cocktail. It's a Negroni ice, lemon Italian ice, Negroni, and orange zest.
A little bit more stereotypical New York pizza slash touristy experience. John's Pizzeria is serving up coal-fired pizza that is just incredible.
First pizzeria up is John's Pizzeria. It's on Bleecker in Greenwich Village. They're known for their coal-fired pizza.
Whether we're in New York or Chicago, it's always a pizza party.
This is gonna be a very traditional New York style pizza. They've been around since 1929. Got a large John's original today, so that's just mozzarella, tomato sauce on a beautiful coal-fired pizza. Now they're one of the only spots where you can get a true coal-fired pizza in New York City. I do remember growing up in South Florida. Unfortunately, we were subject to a lot of chain pizza, but there were a couple local spots here and there. There a new chain emerged in South Florida called Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza. Really inspired by that New York pizza. I remember they had photos of Mickey Mantle and Frank Sinatra and Babe Ruth and all types of New York celebrities on the walls. But this is the real deal here in Manhattan. We recently did a tavern-style pizza tour of Chicago, but we ate all the pizza in one day, so we ordered smalls. With the way we're filming this New York versus Chicago pizza tour, we're doing it on separate nights, so we can order a large pie, so we can really sink our teeth into it, so to speak. All right, I'm gonna do the whole New York thing and fold it up. That's fine, guys. Don't roast me in the comments. But look at that beautiful slice. The bottom looks cold and super saucy. Let's go, baby. There was no wait because it is a weeknight and it's kind of late, so we got seated right away. They put us in this really cool booth toward the front, so we have a window to Greenwich Village. We weren't 100% sure what we should order, but we figured, hey, this is our first time at John's. Let's just go with the classic. This is 401k. Legit. I went to Gainesville for college, go Gators. And there's actually a legit pizza scene in Gainesville. Places like 5 Star, Leonardo's. But of course, you know, growing up as a part-time Chicagoan, I always got my tavern-style. I didn't really grow up eating this New York style like this, so it's nice to discover it as an adult. Every bite of this pizza brings a cheese pull that's super epic. I don't want to overstate it, nor do I want to oversimplify it, but this is a really perfectly done pizza. When you go to an institution like John's Oblique, there's always that worry. Is it overhyped? Have they lost a step? I can tell you with confidence, this pizza is extraordinary.
Which slice to take? I have an entire pie. All right. I saw those stars in Lewis's eyes again. I love me a cheesy, saucy pizza. I saw the cheese pulls every single time Lewis took a bite. Here we go. When I grow up, I want to be this pizza. Pizza can sound simple because it's bread, it's cheese, it's sauce. But like the way that they do it, the care that they put into it, that's what makes the difference.
Throw some red pepper flakes on this slice and go for another one.
Speaking of old school pizzerias, Luigi's is a slice shop that you definitely can't miss.
Of course, you know we had to start off this Brooklyn pizza tour at Luigi's. This is a classic institution. Everything you want from a neighborhood pizza joint. They are in there constantly tossing dough, making pizzas, super busy, even on a day like today where it's a little bit misty outside. And you know, we're gonna start off with the classic pepperoni, but don't worry, we'll be getting more slices. Look at that, that's beautiful. This is a very storied pizza place, so I'm just so hyped to try this slice of pepperoni. Yo, this is just so good. It's crispy, cheesy, the pepperoni is on point. So we got 2 more slices coming out. What a way to start the day. I'm gonna go for the margarita first. That is incredible. There's olive oil on there. Got fresh mozzarella, wow. I'm gonna try the white pizza now. So crispy and thin. A lot more cheese on this slice. Check out the bottom of that slice too. Oh man. These are really incredible. It's a misty and foggy day. Oh, perfect day for pizza. I'm gonna have to buy a brick oven for the house so we can make it at home. All right, one more bite of the white pizza.
That cheese pull though.
Amazing.
All right, I'm getting hyped.
Those 3 pizza slices from Luigi's are classic New York, old school. I love that.
Most of the places I'm talking about in this video are actual brick and mortar pizzerias. But Doozy's is a pop-up pizzeria located at Evil Twin Brewery in Ridgewood, Queens.
All right, we're out here in Ridgewood, Queens at one of our favorite beer breweries of New York, Evil Twin. And we got 2 small pours today to start off our evening. We took the L train from East Village all the way out here to Ridgewood. Got a barley wine here. They have a barrel-aged one, but it's like $20 for a small pour. So we went with this barley wine. got sort of like a Dr. Pepper type of flavor. And then we got this Belgian style tripel. Kind of reminds me of like cough syrup a little bit. Both good beers. We love this space because it's dog friendly. They have board games. It's got a glass roof, so you got lots of natural light coming in. A lot of beers to choose from, plus cans to go. All right, this is a let's get together and talk about a pizza double IPA with notes of mango, passion fruit, and other citruses. Quite delicious on a nice hot summer day. And this is a German style Pilsner. You know, we always got the thrills for the pills. Now my first beer was the Belgian style Tripel. It was good, but it got me craving just like a classic beer flavor, you know, like an old school, like 70s dive bar that's got the baseball game on, wood grain panels everywhere, cigarette machine, pinball somewhere in the back. Y'all brothers know I love pizza, and if you don't believe me, you can ask anybody. My first grade teacher, my rabbi, anybody that knows me knows that I love a good pizza. And one of the best pizzas that you could get in the borough of Queens is Doozies. But here's the thing, you can only get Doozies at the Evil Twin Brewery. Wood-fired pizza, they rotate their toppings. They do Detroit style sometimes, but today we got a round pie, smoked buffalo chicken. So it's got some parsley, shredded mozzarella, some fresh mozzarella, and of course, that buffalo pollo. Cheers. This buffalo chicken is so delicious, it would even get the attention of Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, and Thurman Thomas. Spicy, meaty, a little tangy, and very cheesy. It's a great pizza to pair with beer. Lots of chicken, so if you're on a high protein diet like me, this is the one to order. Greenhouse Imperial Lager, the 50 CL version. CL Smooth. Fantastic.
For the type of slice you won't find just anywhere in New York City, you gotta try Unregular Pizza.
The next pizzeria is Unregular Pizza, which is a stone's throw away from Union Square. Now they're known for their very basic, straightforward pizza pies. Nah, I'm playing. Of course, it's Unregular Pizza, bro. We got a burra pizza slice, prosciutto, artichoke, cherry tomato, confit, mozzarella, and we also got the Meat Dream, which sounds like an Aqua Teen episode that I once saw. That one's got meatball sauce, pepperoni, sausage, mozzarella cheese, and tomato sauce. Put them in this box so we could film it outside where the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and the exhaust is fuming. This is the burra pizza slice. I can see the prosciutto, the artichoke hearts, the cherry tomato confit, obviously that whole burrata, which we had to slice and spread all over. I'm gonna try to get a bite with a little bit of everything. It looks like a geography lesson right here. Damn. One thing I notice about Unregular Pizza is that people's reactions as they walk by is off the charts. They're like oohs and ahs. This is not something I've seen at any other pizzeria in the Big Apple, and I've been to a lot. This slice though is like an entire meal on a pizza pie. It's a little bit more dense, but still very crispy. And that combination of flavors, sorry to be cliche, but the prosciutto, artichoke hearts, cherry tomato confit, very sharp flavors. Like acidic, but then that burrata creaminess cools everything down. Sometimes when you see a pizza that's so complex like this with maybe 4 or 5 different toppings, you kind of think to yourself, well, it's for fun, it's for the gram, but this actually works from a culinary perspective. My taste buds are lighting up like a pinball machine, and it feels good. Pass the quarters. It was really difficult to choose a second slice in there because they have so many cool creations, but I ended up going with the Meat Dream. It's basically like a supreme pizza without peppers and onions. Pretty standard, but I'm hoping they amped up the flavors. Let's go. That's a lot of sauce, wow. Yo, I gotta say, this is just a fun slice to eat. It reminds me of being a kid and eating Italian food, spaghetti and meatballs, Chef Boyardee, raviolis and everything, because it's just like a bomb of Italian flavors. I taste a lot of basil in here. I taste the olive oil, the sharpness of the pepperoni, the sweet sausage, and the tomato sauce. The meatball sauce, just two sauces combined, it's a lot of sauce. You might get lost in it, one would say.
This next pizzeria is not one where you're gonna find a whole lot of tourists, because it's kind of out of the way in Queens, but it's definitely a local's favorite, Brothers Pizzeria.
Yo, check it out. We are starting off our Queens pizza tour with a stop to Brothers Pizzeria here in Fresh Meadows, Queens. They've been around since 1963. They actually have a recently renovated storefront and a nice outdoor seating area. It's cool, breezy, early afternoon, and I got a Sicilian slice, thick, cheesy on top. Let's go. Sicilian slice from Brothers Pizzeria. Tell you what, it is always a great day when you can start it off with some amazing pizza. This Sicilian slice has a nice initial crunch, a buttery, I don't want to say like an oily taste, like it's a bad thing, but I can taste the oil. Wow. Here we go with the plain slice. Check out the back there. Looking real nice. Wow, that's really thin. Essentially, these two slices of pizza are my breakfast, and I can't really think of many more better ways to start your day than with two incredible slices of pizza. Check out the bottom of that. Brothers Pizzeria, to be around since 1963, must be delicious pizza. To me, everything on that slice is perfectly balanced. Now that Sicilian slice is a little bit thicker, a lot more cheese. So even though both of these slices are pretty basic, really, when you compare it to most modern pizza, they each have really different flavors. I've said it before on the channel. For me, New York pizza is at its best when it's kept simple. This is a place that I would definitely recommend and come back to. Brothers Pizzeria here in Fresh Meadows.
You knew this one was gonna be on the list no matter what. It's a true rite of passage for all first-time New Yorkers, Joe's Pizza.
Y'all already know, in order to fully experience Manhattan, you gotta grab a New York slice. Joe's Pizza on Carmine is as good as any place in the city, in my opinion, for that classic New York slice. Here we got the pepperoni and the fresh mozzarella, just because I've been feeling that fresh mozzarella lately. Put a little oregano on it, and it's good to go. Even though the weather has made this hot pizza cold, it's still crispy, still delicious. You know, we just gotta get that beautiful B-roll for the YouTube video. That's just how it is, bruh. It reminds me of eating cold pizza for breakfast, except it's my day.
If you know me, then you understand that I can't make any type of pizza list without mentioning my favorite Chicago tavern-style. You can actually find that at a couple of different spots in New York, including Emmett's.
Well, even though this is not from one of our famous Chicago breweries that we love so much, we got two Pilsners from Threes Brewing here in New York City. Cheers.
There are a few things that say Chicago, like a tavern-style pizza, aka party cut, aka thin crust pizza. Emmett's on Grove was started by a chef from Chicago. He also has a Soho location where they make deep dish, Chicago-style hot dogs, and Italian beefs. So we're gonna have to go there next time, but today it's all about the tavern-style pizza, our favorite type of pizza. This is the Peggy O with Grana Padano, Parmesan, and Pecorino Romano, as far as the cheeses go. Then there's some fresh basil on top. This is definitely looking like a gourmet version of tavern-style pizza. Wow. That crust is paper thin. And as we were awaiting our pizza order, I was telling Narissa, I really hope it's super crispy, like a traditional tavern-style pizza. And I wasn't sure what to expect. This is super crispy, amazing flavor, great texture. Everything I love about this style of pizza. I really feel like I'm back home in Chicago. Middle pieces are my favorite.
This next pizzeria has so much social media hype behind it, but trust me when I say it's worth the wait. Mama's 2.
Another line at another West Village pizzeria, this time Mama's 2. Mama's 2 is all about the Motor City, that Detroit style pizza. Super thick, square, a lot of sauce. Mama's 2 started off on the Upper West Side. You know, that's that neighborhood right next to Central Park, but they just opened up a few days ago here in the West Village. That's why there's a line. That's T-O-O, not T-W-O. There is no Mama's 1, so don't ask. We figured since we had to wait in line for this pizza, we would get 3 of the signature slices. We got the cacio e pepe with 4, yes, count them, 4 different types of cheeses and cracked black pepper. We got the poached pear, which is a dessert pizza. It's got pear, gorgonzola dolce, and some house-made hot honey. And one of the most famous slices, the angry nona with plum tomato sauce, spicy sopressata, and more of that house-made hot honey. All right. Oh man. It's been a nice week of working out. I'm still in that bulking season. So I'm gonna start off with the angry nona. That spicy sopressata, got some hot honey on there and plum tomato sauce. Bon appetit. Like a typical Detroit style pizza, you got the caramelized edge, a nice huge dollop of sauce on top. That spicy sopressata and hot honey are going together like Eric B and Rakim. This slice is pretty interesting. It's the cacio e pepe, which typically you find on pasta. It's got 4 different types of cheeses, including some Parmesan, mozzarella, and some cracked black pepper. A lot of black pepper on there. Like you could see all that pepper. It's a lot. It's pretty light though for all that cheese that's on there. Bottom looking like a nice focaccia. If I had a good amount of cacio e pepe pasta, I've not had it on a pizza yet. Wow. Damn. Super crispy. It's a cheese lover's dream. I know there's Parmesan and mozzarella, but I'm not sure about the other 2 cheeses on here. It tastes exactly like cacio e pepe pasta, except instead of the pasta, you got this crispy pizza crust underneath. I was skeptical about this one, I gotta admit, but I saw the popularity online of it and I said, you know what? If it's one of their specialties, I gotta try it out myself. If you're into these combinations, definitely try this pizza. I think you can't go wrong. And now it's time for a dessert pizza. It's another first for me. Poached pear on pizza with gorgonzola dolce and more hot honey. But this is not Mike's. It's house made by Mama and Family. Remember that sitcom Mama's Family? Wow, like nothing I've ever had. I've tried a lot of pizza, especially here in New York City. The poached pear, gorgonzola, and hot honey together. My brain is trying to figure this pizza out. It's trying to do the calculations and figure out like which way it's leaning. Is it spicy? Is it sweet? Is it tender? Is it dessert? It's a little bit of everything in one slice. It's kind of like an apple pie type of deal, but with spicy honey. I can't explain it. Give me a second. So we got 3 slices of Mama's 2 Detroit style here. The Angry Nona is a little bit more traditional, spicy sopressata, but the sauce has very like warm spices in there. Then the cacio e pepe is super, super cheesy, like a pasta transformed into a pizza. And that poached pear completing the trifecta, that dessert pizza coming through. Never had a dessert pizza, never really thought I wanted one, but when you're eating pizza all day in Manhattan, you gotta go a little non-traditional, outside the lines, as they say. Try something new and different. And the Mama's 2, they're definitely bringing something different to New York City pizza. If I had to pick a winner out of all these 3 slices, I would go with the cacio e pepe, but they're honestly all
Very good. Back to Staten Island, when we spent a full day there last year, we couldn't just visit one pizzeria. We had to try another one, Lee's Tavern, which is a sports bar / restaurant, but they're known for some incredible pizza pies.
We once again rode the Staten Island Railway, this time getting off at Dongan Hills to stop at Lee's Tavern, a lively neighborhood corner bar in superb condition, lots of regulars, incredible memorabilia on the walls, sports on the tube, and a white clam pizza in front of my eyeballs. In researching the greatest things to do in Staten Island, Lee's Tavern came up over and over again, and especially their white clam pie, so let's try it. I adore a thin, crispy pizza crust with no tomato sauce this time. The white pie, garlicky, buttery, nice clam flavor. It's a perfect complement to the other pizzas we had earlier.
Another Queens entry on the list, Sunnyside Pizza is an old school carry and go slice shop. We now find ourselves in Sunnyside, Queens at Sunnyside Pizza. This is the smallest pizzeria that we've visited in Queens thus far. It's located right off the 7 train, 40th Street, Lowry Street station. Everything's being made fresh behind the counter. We're keeping it basic with a plain slice, but we also got some garlic knots. I've held off on garlic knots all day, but now with Narissa here, we ate a couple before we started rolling. I kind of need a little tag team partner right now because the old belly's getting full from all the pizza I've been chowing down on. Let's get into this pizza. Sesame seeds on the crust.
Garlic knots are like delicious stars that have fallen from the sky.
It's a great little cheese pool there.
Look at this beautiful pizza. Sunnyside Pizza is definitely bringing it with those flavors.
Here's a restaurant that invited me out to try their giant slice, and I gotta say, I definitely loved it. There are a couple of different locations, but we went to the East Village one, Artichoke Pizza. Yo, I got a giant slice of pizza in my hand from Artichoke Basile's Pizza on 14th Street in the East Village. We got 4 slices of pizza here, including their #1 specialty, which is the artichoke blend of cheeses and a cream sauce. We got the traditional pepperoni margarita, and then their crab slice of pizza. It's about lunchtime, I already got in the workout. Time to eat. It's so thick I can't even fold it. Kind of reminds me of a deep dish. Look at this slice of pizza. It literally takes 2 Louis Gusto-sized hands to hold this slice. This is their crab pizza. It's crab surimi stuffing with lobster sauce. This is a slice of pizza even SpongeBob can get into. You need a GPS to navigate this pizza slice.
Yo, talk about hearty post-workout meals. Doesn't get any bigger than artichoke pizza, quite literally, because their slices are bigger than the average New York slice. The founders are from Staten Island, which we have yet to visit, but down the line we'll definitely get out there. They got a couple of locations here in Manhattan and a couple in Brooklyn. Artichoke slice and the crab slice, they're kind of like these fancy Alfredo dinners on a piece of pizza. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to pizza, so the pepperoni was my favorite.
Haven't been there in a while, but when I visited, I truly enjoyed the pizza. It's best pizza.
Immediately when I saw this walking up to the counter, I said, we have to get that grandma slice. I saw sauce all over this pizza, and I said, yes, please. Oh, yeah. This sauce is everything. It's rare that I pick up a slice of pizza and look for the sauce. Where can I get the optimum saucy bite?
If you type best pizza into Google, guess what you're gonna find in New York? Hundreds upon hundreds of results. We got 2 slices. We got the grandma slice with all that nice sauce and the pepperoni margarita. First, I'm gonna try this grandma because it got glowing reviews from Narissa. It feels already so good. We knew that we were gonna have an amazing pizza experience here at Best, so we kind of built the tour to lead up to this. Luigi's classic old school, Williamsburg, solid slice. This is definitely taking the pizza to another level. I'm gonna try the pepperoni margarita now. The size of these pepperonis reminds me of all the manhole covers you see all around New York City. This is a place that I would instantly come to when I'm craving pizza. I don't care if I'm all the way in the Bronx. I know they got glowing reviews from but what's more important is a review from Louis Gusto. Hey, that's just how it is. They did have a special grandma slice with broccolini, potatoes, and beans, but it didn't have tomato sauce, and we really love the sauce on this channel. Behind the scenes, on a day like today, we're not gonna eat all the slices. We gotta save room in our tummies, but I am finishing these.
That's the reason why I had to sit out that last round. I knew this one was gonna be worth it.
It's one of our traditions that whenever we do a pizza tour in New York City, we have to get garlic knots. And we had planned to get the garlic knots here at Best Pizza because this actually used to be a bakery and the oven that they use is like 100 years old. Come with a little bit of sauce. They're so tiny and delicate. They're my friends. Dip it in here a little bit. Extremely enjoyable.
They're so beautiful. This is the beauty of dining in at a pizza place. These garlic knots came fresh out of the oven. I am in garlic knot heaven.
Wow, that was incredible from Best Pizza. Garlic knots on point, slices great, atmosphere amazing. We'll definitely be coming back here a lot.
By the way, bro, if you are enjoying this video, make sure you finesse that like button and check out my brand new merch line, the Retro Consulate General. Our first drop is now live. We got a box fit t-shirt in a vintage white and vintage black, and we also have a relaxed fit hoodie, super soft, warm and comfortable, no drawstrings. Got the Retro Consulate General branding on the front and the back. I really appreciate your support, bro, and would love for you to be a part of this first wave. You can check them out directly below this video. Right next to Tompkins Square Park, you can find a little slice joint serving up square slices. It's Village Square Pizza.
All right, our very first Manhattan pizza stop of the day is at Village Square Pizza in the East Village. They're actually pretty famous and got a few locations around Manhattan, but we wanted to come to the #1 spot today, right here on Avenue A, across the street from Tompkins Square Park, one of my personal favorite parks. But instead of eating the slices in the park, we got them right here on the counter in front of this brick and cool neon sign. And we got two of their most famous slices, the pepperoni with hot honey. It's got that cup and char pepperoni with some hot honey on top, and also a vodka slice, both in squares. Hence the name Village Square Pizza. Starting off the day with two heavy hitters. Just like many Manhattan slice joints, all the pies are on display, so you get to see what you want to eat. You choose it, they throw it in the oven for a little bit so it comes out piping hot. All right. First up, we got this beautiful square pepperoni slice. Probably gonna fall everywhere once I take a bite, but I'll do my best to make it neat. It's a pretty light slice. You think it's gonna be heavy, it's gonna be greasy, but it's not. It's super light, very crispy. The pepperoni cupped and charred, got the hot honey on top. A couple of years ago, I would have been a skeptic on hot honey on pizza, especially pepperoni, but I'm sold. I've had it enough times where I could say, you know what? It's a pretty stupendous combination. Cover me in hot honey and call me a pepperoni. That's a good slice. Next up, we got the vodka slice. This has a nice vodka sauce and some cheese. It's a very Italian combination, not to be confused with the Puerto Rican rum sauce that goes on a Puerto Rican pasta. You can see it's nice and orange, got some fresh mozzarella on there. Hey, let's go. Just like the pepperoni slice, this vodka slice is light, it's crispy. That vodka sauce is creamy, super warm from the oven. I love cold pizza in the morning, but not at lunchtime. These are two
award-winning pizza slices in my book.
Village Square Pizza also offers margarita slices, there's meatless, there's meat lovers. Pretty much anything your pizza-loving heart could desire, you could find here in this shop. And Village Square Pizza is that next level. It's fluffy and crispy at the same time, and overall a light slice. It's not gonna bog your stomach down. It's not gonna feel like a belly bomb, but it's incredibly delicious and just real fun to eat. Also, don't worry, if you got your AA chip, the vodka slice is not gonna make you relapse.
And another traditional rite of passage located in downtown Manhattan, it's Bleecker Street Pizza in Greenwich Village. Fresh from the oven, it looks incredible. Check that out. Wow. Fresh mozzarella, dollops of marinara sauce, slices of basil, Parmigiano Reggiano imported all the way from Italy. This looks incredible. Let's go. This slice has almost left me speechless, but I gotta tell you guys about it. This sauce is so savory. The cheese is incredibly thick. The first thing that I really did notice was the crust is nice and crispy. I love that crunch. With multiple locations around Brooklyn and Queens, Rosa's Pizzeria is traditional, but you can also find some very cool new school type of pizzas there. Now we're in Maspeth, the home of Rosa's Pizza. We're gonna go in there and get us a slice or two. Check it out, Gusto Nation. The next stop on our Queens pizza tour is Rosa's Pizza. They've been around since 1975 and got all kinds of pies to choose from. They're making them fresh right behind the counter. There were a lot of options. It was kind of tough to decide, but I saw ravioli on this pizza, which I've never had before. Also got a grandma slice, a little bit more traditional, I would say. This one looked really good. Let's get into the grandma slice first. Bottom of the crust. Around, you got some dollops of fresh mozzarella. This is really good. First off, it's incredibly crispy. Wow, that is a really savory sauce, almost like the type of sauce you put on a lasagna. Definitely a fan, but now I really want to get into this ravioli slice. Let's go. Wow, that is a really creamy ravioli. And the pasta and pizza go together perfectly. I would definitely be coming to Rosa's Pizza right after the gym to get this ravioli slice. Perfect for a day like today. It's sunny outside, a little breezy. These locally owned pizza spots, it's my jam. This one's been family owned since 1975, and I can see why they're still in business. This grandma slice is so good, and the ravioli slice catches you off guard. If you're gonna get a novelty pizza, you definitely want it to taste great. There are about 5 or 6 pieces of ravioli left on this pizza. Kind of crazy, but it works. Another local's favorite, this time located on the Upper West Side. Yeah, you could visit the hyped up spot, or you could go to where everyday Upper West Siders visit. That's Sal and Carmine's Pizzeria. After having the absolute bagels and a cold brew coffee, we had to stop at another Upper West Side institution, Sal and Carmine's Pizza, owned by the same family, using the same recipe for the last 67 plus years. And we got 3 slices of pizza today. We got a plain cheese, we got 1 pepperoni, and we got onions, peppers, mozzarella cheese, pecorino romano, and basil. That's the one I'm gonna start with, because that one's the most fancy. It's a big old slice here. Great red peppers on there. Crispy dough and so cheesy. Damn, all the New York slices that we've had on this channel, I think this is the first time that we had onions and peppers just kind of by themselves, no other meat on there. Really good, very flavorful. We're going for those strong flavors today, scallion, garlic, Nova lox. Next up, we got a more classic slice. This is the pepperoni. You know, every pizza shop has to have a pepperoni slice. Unless they're vegan, then maybe it's a tofu roni. Cheers. The pizza sauce is a little sweet. Toward the sweeter end. Cheese is excellent. Nice hearty dough. Good thickness to it. A little bit thicker than the average New York slice, or at least the ones that we typically get. And great pepperoni. A little bit of spicy kick in that pepperoni. Excellent. It's a good combination. Pepperoni, onions, peppers, basil. Great peeps working there too. Sal and Carmine's definitely toward the underrated side. There's another really viral spot that's just up the street on Broadway here on the Upper West Side, but we wanted to go to the old school classic spot. A classic New York slice from Sal and Carmine's. So they have lots to choose from. You can dine in or take it to go like us. Whenever I go to a New York pizza slice joint for the first time, I have a very basic order. 1 slice of plain cheese and 1 slice with just pepperoni. That way I'll be able to judge the pizza and decide if I like it, if it appeals to me. And when you walk into a spot like Sal and Carmine's, don't be fooled. The pizzas behind the glass may look a little undercooked because they don't bake them all the way until you get your slice to go. Then they pop it in the oven. It finishes its process and you get some amazing pizza. I love the thickness of the dough, the sweetness of the sauce, and the cheese is good. I always say this on the channel. It's such a simple food, but it's all about how you prepare it and the quality of ingredients that you put in your New York pizza. And it's also very New York to be right across the street from Riverside Park, next to a couple of USPS mailboxes, eating pizza on the Upper West Side from a box standing on the sidewalk. Liz Lemon's apartment is just around the corner from us. When a New York City pizzeria has been around since the 1960s, you just know it's quality. This one's easy to overlook because it's located in Midtown on 8th Avenue, but New York Pizza Suprema is one of the first pizzerias I ever visited in New York City, and it definitely holds a special place in my heart. Of course, you know, we couldn't leave New York Pizza off of this food tour, so here we are at New York Pizza Suprema, close to Penn Station and Madison Square Garden, and we got us 4 slices of pizza. You pick the slices you want, they throw them in the oven for a few minutes, you get them, and we're ready to chow down on this great pizza. I'm gonna make sure I fold this slice in half. Excellent pizza.
You know I gotta get my New York slice of pizza. This one here is the margarita. You gotta check out what's on this pizza. We got fresh mozzarella, house-made pomodoro sauce, pecorino romano sprinkled on top with some basil and fresh tomatoes. This pizza is fresh out the oven. I love the cheese, that fresh tomato, just great flavor.
Of all the pizzerias I've ever been to, Lucali presented me with the most unique experience. Waiting in line to put my name down for later that evening was definitely a mission. But later that night, we were treated to an incredible atmosphere, some good pizza, and an incredible calzone. Getting a table at Lucali is kind of like getting into SNL when Steve Martin is the host. Very difficult. We had to jump through several hoops, but it's all worth it for the pizza to bring it to you in Gusto Nation. They are making these pies right behind me. My mouth is watering as I talk about it. Today we got the pie, 1 size only. Comes with basil. You can also add toppings. There are shallots, pepperoni, onion, hot pepper, sweet pepper, mushroom. We went with garlic. Looks so good. And I gotta serve myself and Narissa. Look at that cheese pull. Oh my, gentle. In the name of the Godfather, the Son, and the Holy Pizza, let's take our bite of Lucali's. No thesaurus needed tonight. This is an out of this world pizza.
What's the right way to hold this? Do you fold this one? It's just that
A lot of fresh basil here. They're all about the farm fresh, locally sourced ingredients. I got here maybe like an hour or so before they opened up, and I met a dude from Michigan. It was super cool. He was here for a couple of days, and he's trying all the pizza places around New York as well. Pizza just brings people together. It's a tight-knit community. I don't care if the pizza's from Chicago, from New York, or Saskatchewan. So we're still awaiting our calzone. We're hoping that this whole YouTube shenanigan gets us a special invite to come to Lucali, film the whole process. There's a baby crying. That's how good this pizza is. The baby's like, oh my God, I will never have another pizza as good as the one I'm having tonight. Think about it. Everything about this place is super authentic, from the decor, the pressed tin ceiling, the sauce jars that are labeled Lucali. Them making the pizzas out in the open in front of everybody, popping them in the oven. It's like a whole ceremony going on. And it's all for the love of this pizza. We got dough, we make cheese, we hit the sauce, but today no meat, because it's a pizza party. Shout out to my boy Disco. Somebody called Ben Wyatt because we are now in the calzone zone. They have small and large. Believe it or not, this is actually a small calzone. And we added pepperoni. I got a long history with calzones. Ben Wyatt wasn't alone. I always thought that they were dogging him too much on Parks and Rec. Calzones are amazing, especially when you're a kid, right? It's like, that's why we loved Hot Pockets so much, and anything that was like takeable, you know, like a Cornish pasty, but in pizza version. They might be related, the Cornish pasty and the Italian calzone. They got a sauce on the side, AKA sauce. I'm gonna drizzle some of this on there. Oh my lovely, wow. I mean, doing all the research for this place, which we gotta constantly do, everybody kept saying, you have to get the calzone as well as the pizza. So who are we to judge? It's very hot though. That's messy, but oh so delicious. I can't even hold the camera now. Pizza crust, so I could dip it in this beautiful sauce. It's got a side of cheese too. And it is BYOB. We didn't bring wine today because it's a school night, but best believe next time we're gonna be doing it big, bringing some friends, you know, maybe celebrate 3 million subscribers over here. I'm gonna get back to this calzone. It's getting lonely without me. Bro, I truly hope you enjoyed this look at my top 25 New York City pizzerias that I've personally been to. Of course, there are several more that I have not yet visited, so make me a list down in the comments below. Make sure you finesse that like button and subscribe for more NYC food and lifestyle content just like this. Don't stop watching now. The YouTube algorithm recommends this video next. I'll see you there. Peace.